Democrats are pushing forced vaccinations and Republicans are pretending to oppose it. It's ridiculous. And Obama is blaming Rush Limbaugh, Fox News, and the entire conservative outlet for destroying the connection he had with white conservatives. It's ridiculous. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, Thursday, December 10th. 2020. Stay tuned for hour 3, 7:55 a.m. here in Los Angeles. After JLP, catch the Hake Report. But first, before all that, Hake news, not fake news. New York State Assembly introduces a bill mandating the COVID or a COVID vaccine, according to the Epoch Times. New Yorkers will no longer get to decide whether or not to get a COVID vaccine if a bill calling for mandatory vaccinations gets approved. Female New York State Assemblyman Linda Rosenthal, a Democrat, 67th District, Upper West Side, Manhattan, Hell's Kitchen, quietly introduced a bill on December 4th that mandates vaccination in certain situations. Every New Yorker except those medically exempt are required to receive a vaccine if the state's vaccination efforts do not achieve sufficient immunity from COVID-19. Rosenthal told local media the bill was a protective health measure that would ensure our residents are safe and protected against further spread. Yes, let us protect you by force. No, not let us. We will. But in an event where there are, well, actually, they voted for her. In an event where people are not vaccinated enough to reach herd immunity, the Department of Health of the state can then say that we need people to get the vaccination. Rosenthal explained that an estimated 75% to 80% of the population would need to be vaccinated in order to achieve herd immunity. Barbara Loe Fisher, co-founder and president of the National Vaccine Information Center, described this legislation as inappropriate. It is inappropriate, Barbara Loe Fisher said, for public health officials and state legislators to be introducing legislation that mandates use of an experimental vaccine being considered for release under an emergency use authorization, EUA. Fisher told the Epoch Times in an email, until a COVID vaccine is formally licensed by the FDA and recommended for use by certain populations by the CDC, it remains an experimental vaccine. And honestly, personally, do you trust those organizations? I don't. This kind of bill sends the wrong message to the public, she said. The National Vaccine Information Center is a nonprofit organization that publishes information on diseases and vaccine science, policy, law, and the ethical principle of informed consent. But a New Hampshire governor says he won't mandate the COVID vaccine. But I don't know. He gives... I don't like it. The Epoch Times says in an interview with CNBC's Squawk Box, Republican Governor Chris Sununu, that's the son of former governor and Bush the Daddy's chief of staff, John H. Sununu. And he's also the brother, Chris Sununu, also the brother of a politician, John E. Sununu, a senator, former senator. Chris Sununu, the governor of New Hampshire, was asked whether, in light of his state's requirement for preschool and pre-kindergarten aged children to be vaccinated against a range of diseases in order to be admitted to school, whether he would support a COVID vaccine mandate. Absolutely not. No way, Chris Sununu said. Anyone that's going to mandate a first trial vaccine really could be potentially asking for trouble, and this is a live free or die state, New Hampshire. He expects at-risk individuals will choose to take the vaccine at an extremely high rate, but that those who don't want to be inoculated won't have to. The vaccine is about knowing that other folks have that choice to protect themselves, and we as a society can get back to whatever the new normal is going to look like, he said. Wow, sounds like he's accepting this new normal. Disgusting. Adding that the question of a vaccine mandate would be up to the New Hampshire legislature to decide. I don't like that. This guy seems like a RINO. Nearly half of the 10,000 respondents polled in a September Pew Research poll survey stated that they would definitely or probably not get a vaccination. I'm James Hake. Now on to Jesse Lee Peterson, Hour 3.